I've been a little inspired lately because some conversations with Bitcoiners are showing me that they have not yet capitulated on the not even that. I'm not looking for Bitcoiners to think that Ethereum's going to win or even the flippening or that it's better or more secure than Bitcoin, which are my beliefs. But they're still in this sort of denial that it's not even a real thing, that it's a shitcoin, that it's an altcoin, that it is, definitely either already centralized or going to centralize. These beliefs, I am quite confident, will be proven incorrect. I mean, worst case scenario is that there will be two types of digital gold. And even if even if I'm wrong and it's like, oh, Bitcoin's a little bit safer. But the idea that Ethereum is a shitcoin, that's going away eventually. And I thought, in 2020, as I repeat all the time, I love bragging here. When I recommended, let's switch holding 70% of your crypto portfolio from Bitcoin into Ethereum, that I did that because of ETH 2.0. Where now we have Ethereum they're printing less per year. It is more deflationary than Bitcoin, or less inflationary than Bitcoin. And I believe it's more secure and more decentralized. Now, I understand that's a controversial topic. And the big question is going forward, right? I mean, even if you think, oh, Ethereum's decentralized today, these Bitcoiners all think it's going to decentralize, like to the point that they're not even like, they really don't see that option. So what I thought was that when proof of stake, like we saw, when the merge happens, it's going to force everyone to really look into it and see what's happening. And, the story used to be, oh, it'll never happen, which I thought was, well, they're not looking into it because they don't even think it'll happen. Well, once it happens, then they got to look into it. And I understand that there are Bitcoiners who understand what it is. But still, the conversations that I have had, I was recently so if you're ever in Venice, California here, in Los Angeles, on Mondays, there's a thing, Crypto Mondays, near me, I go sometimes. If you're ever in town and you want to meet up, let me know. I like to go once in a while if I know someone, whatever. Follower wants to go, let me know you're going. We'll meet up and hang out for a hot minute. Anyways, I spoke at the Crypto Mondays, and it's a very Bitcoiner crowd, and the conversations I had were just like, I was surprised that people they're still too bearish on Ethereum and overconfident on Bitcoin. Like, it's just, they're not close to being realistic. I'm not saying that it's stupid to think Bitcoin will, survive or be valuable or, fulfill the Lightning Network will get volume and that it will remain decentralized. Like, okay, it's fine to think Bitcoin's good, but the way they talk about Ethereum, I'm like, these people they don't get it. And I just tweeted yesterday, or, Lyn Alden, who I follow. She's great on all things economic, but she's a bit of a Bitcoiner. And she also is just doesn't think Ethereum's a real thing. And I see, and I had some back and forth. I was honored that she was replying to me multiple times. I'm like, oh, I love, talking to people that I follow. So, but I got from her as well, it's like, oh, Lightning Network is good because it's growing. Because, it's like, she compares it to fiat, which, okay, yeah, I trust Bitcoin more than I trust banks, and I see that it's growing. But the volume on Lightning Network, what is it, like 35 million in transactions? Like, it's tiny. And okay, fine, but she's not comparing it to the growth on Ethereum L2s. Like, she doesn't even pay attention to it. And again, because she just assumes, it's not trusted, it's not decentralized, it's going to centralize, it's shitcoin, so don't even pay attention to it. And that's just the attitude. And so on one hand, and this is one of the things I just wanted to say about this, a natural reaction for many of you will be getting, oh, I'm disappointed. I get mad when Bitcoiners don't agree and they don't see this and they don't see the truth. I get excited. That is potential price appreciation for Ethereum because I'm betting on me being right. I'm not investing to be socially accepted. To be quite honest, at the Crypto Mondays, I don't know. I think a lot of people there hate me and think I'm a moron, and it's not fun, right? I want to be cool. I want people to love me. A lot of them don't. Then they think I'm an idiot. So I don't like that. Socially, it sucks. But I believe what I believe. I believe I'm right, and through time, and when reality sets in, when these layer 2s start kicking in, and the decentralization you see that it's getting more and more decentralized. If that happens within a year or two, or when it happens, or whatever, these people will be forced to capitulate, and then they're overexposed to Bitcoin. And they're underinvested, and that is an opportunity. Listen, if Ethereum does well and grows, then it does price appreciate. But also, if there's a lot of people who love and believe in crypto and decentralization and crypto networks who don't own Ethereum, when they discover it, they're going to trade. Now, a lot of people already have. There's been a lot of famous Bitcoiners who have sort of capitulated and bought some. And again, I'm not like me, I'm not saying that I think everyone's going to dump all their Bitcoin for Ethereum. But to diversify, right? To have both. I think we will see more of that in the future. So I get bullish when I see people disagreeing with me, discounting me, thinking I'm stupid, because in the long run, when they change their mind, that gets reflected in their portfolio, and that's my alpha. And maybe I'll be selling them some of my bags, right? So that I can buy myself, a stupid NFT or whatever, right? Not that I'm into buying NFTs. I'm trying to say something silly, but honestly, I'm not into buying stupid things. And I already bought a house. Like, what else am I going to do? What am I going to do with my money? Oh, I do have an idea too. Speaking of going to Venice, I want to throw crypto events and parties. Any of you were in the California area or would come to events if I did it once a month or two? Let me know that too. I'm starting to put feelers out there, and I have some ideas, and we'll talk about it. But so anyways, if you feel confident, and another way to look at this is when you are confident about something and everybody else is, that is actually a bad sign. That means either it's almost like a sign you're wrong. When everybody agrees, it's usually a bad sign in general. But even if you're right and everyone agrees, it probably means it's priced in. And when I say everyone, it's really interesting how social consensus spreads. Like, even if you're actively trying to avoid social consensus, it still seeps into your brain and gets everywhere. So literally, now, if you just have a small group of moronic friends, that may not be consensus. But if you're going to crypto events, if you're watching YouTube, if you're reading articles, and everything seems to agree with you, that's a sign there's a problem. Or at least you're not going to get rich off that idea, right? I've gotten richest off the ideas that create great uncomfortability. I remember holding Tesla when they were launching the Model 3 and Elon did his going private at 420. And they were yelling about he's got to go to jail. Smart people telling me it's going to zero. And it was very difficult for me to hold, not just because everyone was telling me it's going to zero, but because people literally just thought I was an idiot, and it was hard. Then it went up 10x, right? Same thing. Ethereum in 2019, 2018. My God, people were just they weren't even mad at me. They just felt bad for me. Like this poor guy, I'm the crazy uncle, right? And I'm getting a little, when I talk to Bitcoiners, I get that feeling. Incredible uncomfortableness. And it's not even like a respectful disagreement that they have with my opinions. It is pure disdain, and I'm an idiot. And I have learned that's actually a good feeling to have financially for an investment. If you're right, right? You can have a belief that, like, killing dogs is a good idea and everyone's going to hate you for it. And you know what? They're right. But if you're right and everyone hates you for it, that's where the money is. So don't get discouraged if you're feeling that. So anyways, but the general public actually is pretty positive to Ethereum. It's really just with the Bitcoiners. But remember, Bitcoiners hold a lot of value. It's the biggest market cap crypto. So just having several big Bitcoiners capitulate can move the price. So there you go. Let me know what you think, guys. Comment below, or there's a link to Discord and Twitter. You can look at that tweet I mentioned. Maybe I'll put a link to my convo with Lyn Alden in the description below. And of course, smash the like button and hit subscribe to tell me you appreciate, and also give it a better odds of me popping up in your feed tomorrow, because I will be back. Thank you.